I did go on record saying that I wouldn't have paid him the money.
You wouldn't have, that's right. But it's funny because you've all developed different roles, and I got to laugh because Howie, I bumped into you a couple of times, and we were talking about the fact that you know, you all have different interests as well, and you're doing different things at the same time as you're doing the Backstreet Boys, and business is like a big thing. Mini Trump is over there looking into real estate, looking into managing other bands. I mean, those are really important things to you. Where are you at with that particular dream now?
I mean, that's one thing that I was saying earlier about each of us within this group here. You know, we all have so many different talents that, you know, a lot of people don't even know of, and, you know, a lot of things that we're actually working on besides, you know, solo records, outside ventures and projects. I mean, for me personally, I've always, you know, I've wanted to help other artists, and that's why I've kind of, you know, initially helped my sister Pollyanna many years ago.
Who sang at your wedding, right?
Exactly, she did. And, you know, I think for us, all of us here, we feel like, you know, we've been blessed so much in the early days. So many people have helped us out. So whether it's through charity, whether it's through, you know, helping out other artists, writing, producing, you know, help funding projects, you know, each of us have those kind of aspirations to try to do that, you know. And for me, real estate was another. You know, I was lucky enough that I had an older brother that, you know, kind of guided me and got me into investing into that thing. But, you know, we're all still learning every day. You know, this, you know, even learning about this business has changed so much that we're having to invest into our own project now, even with this new record that we're about to do. And, you know, we're all stepping to the plate, and all of us are becoming businessmen and, you know, handling our business, not only with making records, but going on tour and, you know, setting up a production and going through all that.
A lot of work,
you know?
eh? Après cette courte pause, avec notre spécial sur The Backstreet Boys, nous allons rencontrer qui? Les fans fidèles. Ne bougez pas.
Hello, Montreal. Welcome to the Backstreet Boys Soundcheck Party. We're excited for the show tonight. What we like to do is check our microphones with our sound guys and our DJ. Please get up for DJ Lonnie Arcadia in the house.
How long have you been a fan?
4 years or 5.
4 years or 5.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite? Nick. C'est qui votre préféré?
Hier, ça.
C'est hier? Où tu as pris ça?
À Toronto.
À Toronto? Vous êtes allé à Toronto?
Oui, on est à Toronto avec d'autres amis qui sont là-bas.
Oh my God, vous êtes bonne. On a tous besoin de fans comme vous. Jessica! Oh, Jessica! Quel âge as-tu, Jessica?
16 ans.
16 ans, et tu as toujours rêvé de rencontrer The Backstreet Boys?
Oui.
Oui, c'est qui ton préféré?
Nick Carter.
Nick Carter.
Even in my heart, I see. Say what? Deep within my soul.
Show is just, it's just exciting. It's the energy that our fans give. They give it like it was like things were happening back then. The exact same, you know, intensity. And I think that's what we love about our fans, and they love about us, is that we're giving a show that feels like we are, I don't know, 12, 13, 14, 15 years old again. You know, we're still dancing our butts off and really having a great time on stage, and they see it and they keep coming back for more.
Les girls, un moment, est-ce qu'on peut être trop vieille pour aimer les Backstreet Boys? No! Great answer, bonne réponse.
We have a lot of fans that have been with us since the very beginning, that are our age now, that are older, that have families of their own. They're bringing their, you know, their husbands or wives. They're bringing kids now to the show that are 3, 4, 5 years old, that look at us like a brand new group because they don't really know who we are. And so it's kind of starting a whole new resurgence of our, you know, fans. But it's definitely a mixture. We have still a huge demographic of 5 to 85. I mean, we have new fans, old fans, a lot more guys coming to our shows now. I think because they're all older now and we're older, guys can say that it's kind of cool to like the Backstreet Boys, but when you're 14, 15, you don't think it's cool.
que ça signifie pour vous deux d'être ici aujourd'hui?
C'est vraiment le rêve de la vie de Jessica. Je pense qu'elle a rêvé à ça toute sa vie. Puis quand on lui a annoncé ce matin, elle s'est mise à pleurer.
Tu mérites des belles choses, Jessica. Tu mérites des belles choses. Et je vais faire sûre et certaine que vous rencontrez tout le monde, particulièrement Nick. Oui, ma chérie, tu vas le rencontrer. OK? OK, girls.
Wait for my heart to mend, but you keep tearing up. Inside, I'm so lost in the middle of my heart.
Marie-Claude, tu as des scrapbooks sur tous les garçons?
Oui.
Et puis, depuis quand tu fais ça?
Un an.
Est-ce que
Un an, ceux-là, 2 semaines.
Un an, ceux-là, le gros? Wow! Est-ce que c'est toi? Attendez 2 secondes. Attends.
Oh my God.
Wow! C'est toi qui as fait ces dessins, Marie-Claude? OK, je te laisse. Je veux pas que tu perdes ta place en ligne, là. Elle va pas m'aimer, Marie-Claude. Bye, chérie.
Oui, je t'aime.
Je suis en train de jaser avec Annick et Marie-Ève qui viennent de l'Outaouais, puis ils sont en train de me dire comment ils sont venus ici voir le show. Puis je dis, oh, Platinum, qui vous a donné ça? Expliquez-moi comment vous avez eu vos billets Platinum.
Ben, dans le fond, on est allé sur le site web, sur le fan club. Et moi, je suis arrivée, j'ai acheté mon Platinum. Et je suis retournée sur la page pour acheter un Silver et les Platinum étaient sold out. Ça a pris 20 secondes comme ça.
Combien ça vaut un Platinum, un billet Platinum pour
Ça,
venir?
c'est 520 US.
520 US?
Oui.
Et vous les avez vus avant, hein, n'est-ce pas?
En spectacle,
Oui.
Mais moi, je les avais déjà rencontrés avant.
Oui, toi, tu les as vus 14 fois, tu m'as
Oui.
dit? Oh, juste 14 fois. C'est juste 14 fois.
Il y en a qui voyagent dans le sud, les motos, nous, c'est les Backstreet Boys. Probablement qu'on leur a payé une voiture avec les années.
Et vous regrettez pas, par contre. Alors, le Platinum vous donne droit à quoi? À cette rencontre avec le soundcheck, les photos et
Une visite du Centre Bell backstage.
avec eux.
Oui.
Wow.
Un des garçons.
Oh oui, hein, les gars. Wow, my God.
Tell me what you're really here for. If you never really loved me, I came home and it still wasn't enough.
17 years, 130 million albums sold worldwide, and we just got on Twitter that you just sold 1 million copies of this album. So there you go. It's like, yes, you did.
Nice.
Yes,
Wow.
you
Nice.
did.
That's
So
cool.
there you go.
That's
This
some
is
good-
us
that's
is
some
just
good
so.
business.
You look surprised. Or you thought it was less, or you thought it was more, or
No, I'm
down with that.
you down with that? You know,
But you say we cost 100,000.
it's it's pretty amazing because, like we said, today it's not a time where people go out and buy records. You download it, you borrow them, whatever. It's not. So that's really impressive. So congratulations.
No, it really
guys.
is. I mean,
It really is.
we look at like our audience. Like I was just paying attention to the arena today and looking out there and like just in awe. Like to think that, I mean, God, there's so many people that still believe in us, and when they're not playing us on the radio the way they used to, or on the music televisions, they still find a way to come
They
to the
certainly
shows and
do.
buy the records, and that just goes to show that
Dedication.
we're doing something right, and
Loyal fans.
Yeah.
we love our fans.
It's my birthday, yes, and
Go ahead, Shorty.
my question is, I don't really have one. Okay, I love you guys, okay?
How about we sing happy birthday to her? You guys join us?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Alexa.
And anybody else that's birthday today?
Happy birthday to you. Looking back on the things I've done.
We are very blessed and fortunate to have the best fans around the world, especially throughout Canada. I mean, everything really broke for us in the U.S. because of Canada. It started over in Europe, and then France, and then France got over to Quebec and over to the French-speaking provinces here, and then it just bled all throughout Canada, and then finally our home caught on. They were like, oh, I guess these guys are actually pretty okay. But Canada's great with us. They've always been great.
Veronica, t'es contente, ma chérie?
Je suis contente pour ma soeur.
Oui, ma cocotte, mais tu le mérites aussi, chérie. Jessica, hello, baby! T'es contente? Oui.
Il a vécu 10 ans d'enfer avec des problèmes de drogue et d'alcool. Après cette courte pause, nous allons parler avec Nick.
I just see other people and how their families were, and it's like, why us?
Get out of my room! What are you doing?
When I broke up with Paris, this guy takes her out. When I told him I'm over and he goes out with her on a date.
Il a vécu 10 ans d'enfer avec des graves problèmes de drogue et d'alcool. Écoutons ce que Nick a à dire là-dessus.
I'm in awe of you, Nick. Is that okay if I say that, boys? Because when I met you, you were a young kid. Are you? So you're so funny. I am, though, because you've had 10 years of rough times, Nick, and you've always been open about that. I mean, and we saw some of it. I mean, we saw the reality show with your family. We saw the problems that you went through after the divorce of your parents, and having to come to terms with drug and alcohol abuse. But the reality check happened was when you got that diagnosis that your heart muscles were weakening and you realized that Andy Gibb had died from something similar to that, and you woke up and said, I got to change my life. How hard was it to change it once you made that decision that I can't live like this anymore?
Not hard at the time when you're, threatened with a diagnosis that can ultimately take your life away.
Right.
But at the same time, happy that it had happened. So I changed everything. I decided to just try to redesign who I was as a person, and I did that, and I was able to overcome a lot. But the one thing about it is that I've noticed is that it is a daily struggle for me to stay on a straight and narrow path, because there are so many temptations and there's so many things that come around. So it's something that I have to constantly work on, and it's going to be the rest of my life. You know what I mean? Like whether it comes from eating to weight issues to alcohol to all these different things that are there. And that's okay, because if you can accept that and understand what your problems and your issues are, then you can maneuver around them and find ways to help yourself. And that's what I basically have done, and I've created new healthy, positive patterns and
to replace the old ones. Like what, honey? Like what do you do now?
Well, if you want me to get specific,
get specific,
if you think about it, when it comes to being active and having cardio and having, being what you call it, working out or fitness in your life, it is essential for every human being, especially for someone like myself who's had problems in the past that my brain needs those healthy endorphins to be released that physical activity does. So that was one of the things. Learning how to eat properly, learning how to balance my life out when it comes to whether it's going out or something like that. Just having a healthy balance in life. And those are all the things that I had to adopt. And then also one thing too is learning new things. Constantly setting goals. I always say this: you have to set goals. Whatever you do, you have to set goals if you want to achieve it. If it's an album you want to achieve, if you want to lose a certain amount of weight, if it's a long-term goal that you just want to stay sober for a long time, whatever it is, set those goals, write them down on a piece of paper, and follow through with them, and put them into
the universe.